I don't really need title insurance anymore, do I? Well, in our world, so in real estate and mortgages, imagine a world where you build a house. You go in and say, I'm D.R. Horton and I'm building this property. On the blockchain, I've recorded who the contractor was, who the plumber was, what the costs were, everything that I did in the construction of that, how much I paid for the land, what the taxes were at that time. All of that stuff is recorded on the blockchain. Every single time the property is, and oh, by the way, that's an NFT because this is what I've recorded to say that this ownership or title, we have real life NFT now. They're called deed is basically an NFT. That's what it is. It's just a physical NFT and not a digital NFT. So now if I, every single time that house gets sold, okay, it gets recorded on the blockchain and that NFT gets transferred. Okay, well, there could be a world where D.R. Horton gets paid. And that's where, when I say this, because I don't like the idea of it, but this is how things get adopted when there's profit involved. People say, oh, I want to do that, right? So if the builder, wait a minute. So every single time I sell a house from here into perpetuity on one that I built, I can make $1,000. You could if you want to. But that NFT changes ownership and that's your proof. Now, the downside in our industry though, is that right now, we have mortgages, we have real estate agents, and we have title. So the ones that NFTs would affect would be title. And the reason for that is because part of title's job is they do two things. They're a third-party intermediary. So if I give money, I'm not giving it to a seller when I write earnest money. And when the bank transfer funds, I'm not sending it to the seller. We're sending it to the title company and they distribute the money. They're a third-party intermediary. Now just imagine if there was a smart contract that took care of that. Their other job is to research the title history of that property to make sure that someone doesn't come back and make claims to say, no, my grandmother's grandfather owned that land and they never consulted me, blah, blah, blah. Well, when you pay title insurance, when you buy a house, that's the whole point. The title insurance is to protect you if someone comes about and makes a claim to your property. The state of Texas sets the amount of the policy every year. So like title companies don't actually set the premiums. The state of Texas does. Okay. So you pay the same whether you use Old Republic title or Allegiance title or whoever. So now imagine a world where all of the transactions that have occurred, the entire chain of title is on blockchain. And it takes half a second to verify as an individual, because I could go on the blockchain and check and see
precisely
who owned it, when, and all that kind of stuff. Well, I don't really need title insurance anymore, do I?